A lot of colleges is a bit much more. You know how in like normal school you would literally just go to school from 9 to 2 o'clock and have every single thing literally budgeted out, like every single timetable. Like this time I have to do this time I have to do that by your teachers. In college it's definitely totally different, and I bet in uni as well it would be much more different. It would be much more. It would be so much more like free. You got a lot of free time, but you need to be able to know what the free time is about. So I was just thinking, like just doing work, like damn, this is mad. Like in high school, how we always like, oh, I wish I had more free time. Like I not like this nonsense timetable. I not have beautiful timetable. Oh yeah, that's very true. That's very nice. That's very like no. I need when you get to college, yeah, then you know free time. Sometimes if you don't use them wisely, you would wish that you actually had those timetables back, because as you grow up, you realize that it seems pretty much like I've been an autopilot the whole time. As in, it seems so good when somebody tells you to do something like the timetable, like you know it's time to do math, you know it's time to do English, you know it's time to do chemistry, you know it's time to do science. But when you get to college, at some time you have chemistry, but after then you don't have chemistry, like the next period. So you're like, what do I do? What do I do? If you're just new to college, you're like, I can go play. That's just natural and it's spontaneous, and that's what I did when I was in year 12. But with my results, I'm like, oh, okay, you not play when you have free time. You revise, and then it just comes up to that point where you're like, and then you realize the difference of, oh, that's the difference between high school and college. Like really, in college you have much more independent, and that, I think that's just life generally, just that life naturally. It's so fascinating to me, just having a little moment right doing this mad buffers homework. If you're doing chemistry, yeah, and you're doing buffers, good luck. You will enjoy. Okay. I'm just gonna finish the work quickly. I know it's a little rant, but I always like to have my little rant in the videos. It's almost time for break. I mean lunch. So I'll see you guys at lunch. And that's it. That's the end of the day. I'm going home. I got home. See you guys tomorrow. Peace. No, actually, if you're doing chemistry and you're doing buffers, or you're in year 12 and you're like, oh, everyone's like, oh, buffers. To be fair, everyone scares you, and that's also what I felt like starting to do buffers and doing the topic. Everyone says, oh my god, it's something you can't grasp, as in it's so difficult. Although, like, when you look at things, there's nothing that's that difficult that you cannot understand it. At the end of the day, it comes down to, are you willing to just understand it? Really, I'm gonna tell you, buffers is quite easy. As long as you're able to sit down and just watch videos online on YouTube, and like just look for videos, Arary tutors or Elliot Rintu. They explain the concept to you really quite. It's 46 minutes his videos, but if you're able to sit down the whole time and just explain, or just try to understand it and do past papers, you're done. You're okay. Like really, I feel like big brain right now after doing some of the pep questions. Like what this easy, but at the same time, like you need to be uh you need to be careful with this easy, or when you are able to do something and you were not able to do it before and then you start saying it's easy. You need to be careful of that. Well, I need to be careful of that. I know I need to be careful of that. But really, long story short, buffers is straightforward. Don't listen to everyone who says, oh, buffers is hard. It's not. It's just one of them topics in chemistry, like bonding, where there's some things you need to know to be able to know some other things. Oh, that's a bad example. Bonding is mostly memorization. But please don't enter the delusion that buffers is hard, because I really had to fight through that. And now finally just being at the end of the tunnel, like, oh wow, this is what they're calling buffers. Wow, that is very nice. Although I still feel like I still have to do more questions to be much more confident in it, but so far so good. Buffers is okay. Like it's not really hard. Anyone who tells you it's really hard has just not done enough practice. It's not they're stupid or anything. They're just not done enough practice. So explore the world of buffers in different eras.